Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life. Now, you might be wondering, where am I? Well, you'll find out next week, or we'll talk about it later at the end of this. But for now, dude, you read the title, Top 5 Guitar Solos of All Time, in my opinion, from the videos that we've done on the channel. Not including Patreon, because maybe that's a future list. We just wanted to do the songs that we've done on the channel. If you like the list, enjoy the content we're doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Because, hey, it's for you. Treat yourself. You're worth it. Now, before we get into it, a quick word from our legal team.
This list reflects the subjective opinion of half of A&A. We make no claim to be absolute authorities in the matter, but we do enjoy quote-unquote solos that slap. Please send all disputes and discrepancies to the P.O. Box listed below, in the form of valid U.S. currency, pistachios, or whiskey.
Number 5, Killer Queen by Queen. So this might be like the pinnacle example for a solo that builds atmosphere. It doesn't go nuts, it doesn't go off the chain, but what it does do is go right along with what the song is going for, which is this emotional, almost playful solo. This solo almost sounds like a sassy girlfriend with a sugar rush. Point after point is being made. It's all going in the right direction, and you're like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just sitting here befuddled, you know? Especially towards the end of the solo, which I'm actually going to have a quick clip play from. So that was Jesse Fields, I'm not sure. I found him recently on YouTube. He is a pretty killer guitarist. Go show him some love. I'm going to link him down in the description below. But that ending solo bit, it's just, again, so playful. You can feel the same push and pull of the emotion from the guitar that's happening through the rest of the song. I think it's killer. Literally, Killer Queen. Number 4, Reelin' in the Years by Steely Dan. Okay, so I love most, if not all, quote me on this, of Steely Dan's guitar work. Masterful guitar. I mean, every instrument, every player, everything in Steely Dan is usually top notch. Like, this is the liquor that you get on your birthday. They're that good. But Reelin' in the Years has a specific place on my list because it does the best job of, like, when you're getting towards the end of a song and you're like trying to turn up a dial, like, let me hear a little bit more. Everything he's playing is unorthodox. It's feeling like it's coming out of left field. When you hear a ripping guitar solo, you usually know what you're going to get. You know the direction it's going, and even if you don't think you could play it or you don't maybe know the nuances of it, you at least expect what's coming up. This is not one of those solos. It's pretty much you coming home and finding a half-empty 6-pound bag of dog food when you don't own pets. So as far as just like a unique voicing of guitar work, incredible. Incredible song, easily number 4. Number 3, Boston, Hitch a Ride. So Boston, obviously incredible vocal talent, incredible songwriters, one of the best debut albums of all time. Like I said, ton of great guitar work. Hitch a Ride special, though, because it plays with the idea of motifs. Here's our friend Jesse Fields again. It strings together these small packages of guitar melodies, and then will reuse bits and pieces of those throughout the solo, kind of recalling back what you've heard previously. And I just think it's masterful for that. It holds back when it needs to hold back, and it plays with crazy, unabashed intensity when it needs to play with that. So again, a lot of Boston solos could have made the list. To me, this is just the one that I thought stood out the most as far as my personal opinion goes. Number 2. Okay, so it's no secret, Alex Lifeson from Rush shares my name, obviously, for one. For two, an impeccable guitar player. This one was also pretty hard because, again, he has a lot of great solos. I mean, you can go through their whole catalog, and there's usually not a dud in the bunch. But my pick for number 2 is La Via Strangiato. I even brought this song up to Andy when I told him it was going to be on my list, and he didn't understand because he was like, yeah, I remember the song. I don't really remember a solo, and I think that's the freaking beauty of it. Because what this solo does is it builds so fluidly and slowly throughout the song. The start almost doesn't feel like the start of a solo. It's almost indiscernible. It's not until you're halfway through the solo that you're like, when did this start? Like, it's just a confused look because all of a sudden you're thrown into this hurricane of a solo, and you're like, you started on this little calm boat and you're just floating around catching fish or whatever you do in a boat. Maybe, hey, maybe you're catching catfish, right? You don't see the storm approaching. It's just kind of creeping up, and all of a sudden, black sky, lightning, it's hitting you from all sides, and you're washing around. You don't know what to do with yourself. You don't have sea legs, and that's how it feels to be in this solo. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have a great one of our friend playing this solo, so that's the start of it, right? Just calm. And then Yeah, point made. Okay, so 2 quick honorable mentions. The first one, and I'm going to take a drink to this, Burn by Deep Purple. To me, this is the song you wish you could play if you didn't play guitar. It is nonstop, incredible rock and roll. Like, this is, when you picture a guitar solo and you don't play guitar, this is the solo. If you could just like pull up to some party and be like, I kind of play guitar, and you could rip that out, that's like steal the show moment. So again, honorable mention number 1. Number 2, I cannot forget our good friend Tony Iommi, a good friend of the channel. Fun fact, he actually watches us. Don't know if that's true, but I hope. So super not. It's just so chaotic. He uses like a lot of the same notes over and over again in a repetitive but tasteful way. It builds this frantic rolling guitar line, this like trilling guitar, and culminates in finally having a solo that feels natural. But I love the way that it kind of pulls you off guard, and he just does some really interesting tricks through the whole thing. So I just think it's an unorthodox solo, sort of in the same realm as Steely Dan, but a totally different direction, where they use different note choices and that sort of stuff. I think the way that he uses repetition and legitimizes these, like, he doesn't just legitimize, he almost over-legitimizes what he's doing, because you just keep hearing it, keep hearing it, keep hearing it, and he'll change it in these weird progressions. I just think it's great. I think it's a really unique one for him, but really unique for mostly any guitarist. I haven't really heard that before. My number 1, Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan. So, before you hate, before you say, oh my god, Alex hates Jimi Hendrix. I love Jimi Hendrix. I think he's a much better songwriter than Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I think the way that these two play this song are totally different, and to me, Stevie Ray Vaughan's version of it, don't hate me, but dude, I think it's a better version. In fact, if you don't believe me, watch Andy's face the first time we hear this. I mean, on a really serious note, just the way he plays with dynamics, it almost feels like him falling off the guitar. He gets so close to playing nothing, it's incredible. The difference between a great drummer and a legendary drummer is dynamic range. So you can only get so loud, you can only hit so hard with the drums, but it's about how quiet can you hit and build to that. So whereas great drummers might have a range this big, a legendary drummer drops it down below. So they're still just hitting just as hard, but now they can hit this whole bottom floor. It's like they break into 2 different basements, you know? And that's how I feel with him. I feel like he's literally shot an elevator down 10 floors down, and he's playing so quiet and so tasteful, where like the string noise when he's sliding his fingers is almost more audible than the notes, but the notes are still audible. It's just incredible to me. It's this amazing precision, and I don't know if he had to crank his amp up to 20 to get that. I'm not sure how he did it, but one of the most incredible, I mean, in the songs we've listened to me, the one that made me go, oh my God, I suck at guitar. Like, I play guitar. I'm not a phenomenal guitarist, but I hold my own, right? He plays in such a way that you're like, no, I don't actually play guitar. I might as well play flute. Because it's just next level. So maybe one day we'll do like a top 5 guitarists of all time. But as far as top 5 guitar solos that we've heard on the channel, as subjective to my opinion, and also the disclaimer you heard earlier, yeah, this is just my number 1. I think Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan is absolutely incredible. I'm very curious to hear what your top 5s are. Leave them down in the comments below, and comment if you want to see Andy do his top 5. I'm pretty sure we'll have him do it, but if you want to see that, like it, comment down below. With that being said, you guys have a great day. See you on Friday.